Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Welcome to another episode of Saturday Production Facts with me, Colin Andrew, and as always, Mr. Barry O'Connell. Let's hear it.
What a
Nice.
reception.
Yeah. Well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And well, today we're going to be discussing a very specific guitar line in the outro of our song, One Night. And in my humble opinion, Barry, I think it's one of the greatest lines that you've ever written on the guitar.
Oh, you're too kind.
I'm just going to leave that there. I think it's
far
true.
from kind. No, sorry. Move on.
Good man. Well, okay. I suppose the purpose of this line was, right? The section needed some color and it needed something to tie it all together. And that's, I think, what you managed to do perfectly. So would you like to maybe talk us through your motivations behind the line and maybe give us a little play of the line as well while you're at it?
Sure. Okay. No problem. I can do that for you. Well, yeah, you're right. Like, so in terms of the arrangement of this song, it's like it's an A-B structure. So you do have that risk when you're writing in that format of maybe going stale, although this song is quite short and it's nice that way. I mean, originally it was an A-B, like there was another verse and chorus, but we got rid of that just to kind of help prevent that from happening. But because you have the same harmony happening in both sections, you kind of want to make sure that you're giving different moments just to kind of keep the listener interested and just to serve the song. But then there's also that whole thing about, like, you know, we're building towards something. And, you know, you mentioned to me before we actually started recording this that, you know, that there's like a payoff at the end of a song sometimes. And I think that's a really good way of putting it especially for this. Because there is that kind of thing at the end where the whole emotion of the song is coming together and you do want to give the listener that payoff. And that this line, I think, helps to accomplish that.
Yeah, 100%. It's like you're building with the stops and with the drum crashes, and then it kind of carries you off in a cloud. I just think it's a really nice, sweet line, you know. So maybe you'd like to play a little bit of that line now and just show them how sweet it really is.
Sure thing. Let's do our usual thing of hopping into the session before it actually got mixed. But
Okay.
yeah. So here I'll play it first, like in context of the actual song, and then I'll play it again soloed out, and so you can hear what's actually happening with the line. So
beautiful.
Here's the outro. Give me just one night. Give me just one night.
Beautiful. I love those little guitar harmonies at the end as well. Oh, fantastic.
Thanks. I forgot how like lazy I played that, like just sitting back, but that can attribute to that like lazy floaty feeling I think that you're talking about.
Exactly, because everything's so straight on the build up, but then Ben's sitting into the drums as well. He's just really sitting back there. It's really nice. It's the 6-2 major 4 chord progression, or as we call it, the McElroy special. Shout out Niall McElroy for that.
Yes, fantastic. What a man, what a musician.
Yes, indeed.
It's savage. And like, that's another thing as well about the actual, like the thing that I'm doing over that is not complicated. I'm literally just doing another voicing of what, like those chords, you know, it is nothing overly fancy. It's keeping it simple, but just contributing to that moment. If we're doing shout outs, that's very like, to me, if anyone's listened to the band The Burma, they're great. If you haven't, go check them out. Their guitarist Peter Pickett is amazing for doing things like that as well. Really great for picking out some special moments and some special voicings on when he's playing guitar. So yeah, this is our like McElroy Pickett special. We're just bringing it all together. The influences from some amazing musicians around the Irish scene and smashing it into our own mix.
Well, it's great because we've picked these up from not from like their records. We've picked these up from playing with these people, which I think
Yeah,
is amazing. It's a great lineage to
it
our experience as musicians and performers.
it is. It's great. But yeah, let's have a look quickly at it soloed out, and
Do
then we'll continue.
nice. It's so beautiful. It's so sweet. I still remember the first time hearing that, and I was just like, yes, that's exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect. One of your greatest pieces of arrangements, in my opinion.
Well, I appreciate
But
that. I think it was definitely one of the things I can always go back to is like you being most excited about in a song. You're just like, that's it.
yeah, literally, like it was just perfect. It was perfect. You didn't have to convince me on anything with that one. It was definitely just
So
that's the right one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's great. I think we can leave them on that to what should we say, right? Keep it simple, play to the emotion, and just complement the song, complement what's happening
yes, most
around it.
important thing at the end of the day is the song. Because you can see it a lot in different like arrangements, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way, where people kind of get carried away with some musicianship or just trying to show off a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
saying that people shouldn't do that. But yeah, it's always just like as long as the song is the heart of what's happening, then anything goes.
Exactly. You can't go too far wrong with that. Well, all right. Thank you very much. That's episode 5. A fine conclusion. Thank you very much for joining me once again, Barry. And yes, we'll be tackling another line and another song next week. But for now, we'll play you out with a little bit of One Night. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Give me just one night. Give me just one night. Give me just one night.